I'm Dr. Becky, and this is Good Inside.
So this word joy, a simple word, 3 letters. What does joy mean to you, and how is joy different from happiness?
Yeah, we use those words interchangeably a lot, right? And they just kind of get tangled up in our culture. But from a scientific perspective, they're different things. So happiness is a broad evaluation of how we feel about our lives over time. It has to do with a range of different factors, whether we feel like we have a sense of meaning and purpose in life, how connected we feel to other people, how we feel about our work, our health. All of that goes into this kind of complex equation that we call happiness. And so in a given moment, it can sometimes be hard to know how happy we are, right? Some part of your life is going great, you're kicking butt at work, and then at home things are kind of a little bit in transition or up in the air, and you're like, am I happy? I don't know. How could I put like a number to that? So happiness can often feel kind of vague. Joy is much simpler and more immediate. When psychologists use the word joy, what they mean is an intense momentary experience of positive emotion. And we can measure that through physical expressions like smiling and laughter and a feeling of wanting to jump up and down. So if happiness is how good we feel over time, joy is how good we feel right now in the moment. And I think that distinction is so helpful because there are times in our lives where we're not going to be happy. We're going through something really, really hard. We've all been through it the past few years, right? Or we're new parents and we're transitioning to all of the challenges that come with that. And yet there are still these sparks, these little moments of joy that we can find, that we can hang on to, that kind of provide a light in those more difficult times. So I always find that distinction really helpful in thinking about my own well-being.
Well, I do too, because prior to your saying that, I would have felt like joy was like a very intimidating feeling. Like joy, do I feel joy? I don't know. It's like really extreme. But now that I'm thinking about your definitions, joy actually feels like something I could cultivate or experience like more easily because it's short term rather than happiness, right? And as you were saying, we're in these stages, and sometimes I think just like parenting is a stage. And we're in the parenting stage for like a really long time. You know, especially if we have more than one kid. It's a minimum of, 18 years when your kids are in your house. It's long. So cultivating happiness, yeah, it is complex. And there are so many factors. But moments of joy, all of a sudden, I feel like hopeful. Like, oh, like maybe especially after this conversation with you, like I feel like maybe I can find that.
Yes, exactly. I think this idea that let's take the pressure off. We don't have to constantly be creating like every day as a magical experience. Like, what is one moment of joy that we can find in our day? And what is one moment of joy that we can find with our kids in a day? If I take that attitude, like even if I'm having a really terrible day, I can go out and play blocks with my kid for 5 minutes. And I am quite sure that somewhere in there we will find one little moment of joy. So if I'm looking for that, I don't need everything else to be great.
Yeah.
Like I can kind of let everything else go a little bit and say, okay, it's okay that this day kind of sucked, but when you look back, you will have those little moments because you didn't kind of write off the whole day. You said, okay, yeah. I'm still going to be aware of the possibility that joy can happen today.
Why is it so hard to find reliable answers to parenting questions? How is it in 2022, parents still search on Google for answers from strangers? Well, now there's a better way. Introducing the Good Inside membership, an expert-guided, community-powered platform redefining modern parenting. In our library, you'll find hundreds of bite-sized videos, articles, scripts, and workshops tackling the trickiest parenting topics. And it doesn't stop here. We've created a private community guided by me, Dr. Becky, and coaches trained in the Good Inside parenting method. Here you can ask questions, connect with other parents, or attend a live event on a topic that matters to you. This is the parenting handbook that doesn't exist. This is parenting advice at your fingertips, where you need it, when you need it the most. This is Good Inside membership.